What's up, Scrappy peeps? It's Inkie Quill, and I'm here with a little really easy mixed media video for you today. So if you're someone who wants to dabble in mixed media in your scrapbooking but you don't know how, this is super easy. You can use any watercolors. You could even use acrylic paint if you wanted to. You can pick up watercolor sets for a couple of dollars in the kids section in the stationery department of your local store. You can do this. It's easy. So I'm using my Jane Davenport paints and I'm just doing a bit of an ombre effect, and I didn't wet the paper first, which I didn't do that because I wanted the brush strokes to be quite crisp. So all I did was I wet my paintbrush, popped it in my watercolor and just did some big brush strokes. The trick to this is using a fat, thick paintbrush. Now, the paintbrushes that I use, paintbrushes are freaking expensive for what they are. The paintbrushes I use are just from Spotlight, and I get them in a pack of like 6 or so for about $12. You don't need an expensive paintbrush, you just need a thick one. So I'm just going through, and this is a photo of my bestie and I know I've scrapped a ton from this weekend, but my best friends and I, we live a few hours away from each other, and we only get together every few months, really, every couple of months, I'd say. And this was our first girls-only trip for over 10 years. Actually, for 10 years, yep, since our schoolies trip. So it was really nice to have a girls' trip without the boys, and so that's why I scrapped so many photos, and I just like the photos. So I'm just using some gold tissue paper here to add a bit of a photo mat, and I'm sorry for the glare. It was one of those days where the sun was just going in and out and in and out, and I couldn't control it. But I'm just adding some tape, and I think tissue paper is a really cheap and inexpensive way to add texture to your scrapbook pages. If you feel like your pages are a bit flat, or they need a bit of warmth or texture or anything, just go to your local $2 shop or cheap shop and grab a pack of tissue paper, because I really feel like it makes a big difference. I'm adding a little doily here and some Hardy Shine, and I decided to spray the Hardy Shine directly onto the layout. My Hardy Shine nozzle is quite blocked, so it does come out a bit splattery anyway, but I thought that you'll be able to see in the photos at the end, the Hardy Shine really did pop really nicely against these watercolors. So I didn't actually use any pattern paper in this one. So I've got the gold tissue paper, I've got that gold polka dot is actually a little paper bag, and a doily, which I tried to challenge myself not to use pattern paper. So my challenge for you this week, try and make a layout using no pattern paper, except for your background, of course, or if you do cardstock, do cardstock, but no patterned paper layers or anything. See if you can do it. So I'm adding a few bits of chipboard from the Crepe Paper Hello Love, because I struggle with chipboard. Is anyone else the same? I think it's because the chipboard pieces seem to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm not good with big embellishments. I work much better with these little tiny things like puffy stickers and little wood veneers. I don't know, I really struggle with chipboard. It's one of my biggest. I love it, but I don't know, every time I look at it I go, oh, it doesn't really work on this layout. So this paint Aaron actually bought me for for Christmas, a sneaky little Christmas present, when he said he wasn't going to get me anything because we had joint presents that we'd already given each other. Sneaky little bugger. And it's a gold metallic paint, and it's really nice. So I decided to just scripty font my title, because I thought that it went well with the kind of drawn look of this Kiss Hug that I'd used from the chipboard piece. And I'm just calling it Darling You, because I'm lacking original titles at the moment with my baby brain. So yeah, so when in doubt, just use some nice little words to make your title. So this took a little while, and I'm using a teeny tiny brush. The brush that I was using was a little bit bent, which is why it's taking a little bit longer than it usually would. I had to go over certain sections a couple of times. Just adding a couple of little hearts with my baby little brush. I think this brush is a 0 sized brush. It's very, very tiny. It's actually used to paint Warhammer figurines, which Aaron and I have, and we enjoy painting when we when we remember about them. So now I'm going to do some embellishing. Just needs a little bit more, and I wanted to do a cluster over here. I thought I had this pink bow. I think it was a Planner Society one. It was from a while ago anyway, and it's been sitting in my stash. And every time I go to use it, I go, it's a bit too girly and bowy, if that's an adjective. It was just, I don't know, it's just a bit too cutesy and juvenile. But I thought it worked perfectly with this because it had a little floral pattern that mimicked the flowers on our little wreath. And I use a flare. Don't often use flares. I have quite a lot of them. I never think to use them because they are quite chunky. Do you like to use flares in your layouts? Yeah, I do like them. I don't know, I just never think of them. I have no idea where that one's from. I think it could be a Scraptastic one from ages ago, not available anymore, but it's somewhere deep dark in my stash. So I added a bit of foam to the back of that flare because it needed something just to bump it up a little bit. Otherwise the adhesive won't connect it to the cardstock because it is raised in the middle there. Adding some little stars and some little hearts because why not? Why not? This is a really easy layout to scrap lift, especially if you want to get into that mixed media. Go raid your kids' craft supplies. If you're looking for some paints and watercolors and things, you'll be surprised what they have. They usually have some paints hidden away somewhere. Rather than going out and buying the expensive products, like the Jane Davenport watercolors are quite pricey. I really recommend just trying with your basic supplies first to see if you like it before you get started. While I'm doing this, goodness me, I haven't given birth while I'm doing this voiceover, and baby Toomey is kicking up a freaking storm. My goodness, he must be doing some disco moves inside me at the moment. So I added a bit of a doodly border. There we go. And I think this one's almost done. Yep. Let me know in the comments below, do you do mixed media on your scrapbook pages? I'm interested to find out. I'm in the middle at the moment of filming a mixed media class, which hopefully will be out maybe about now or next month. But I would like to do a scrapbooking mixed media kind of class as well. This one's a bit different. This is more of a art journal-y one, but I'd like to do one. So let me know in the comments below if you like mixed media in scrapbooking and if it's something you'd be interested in doing a class with me online. I'd really like to hear your feedback on that. And there's a little bit of a close-up, so a nice big cluster, and it's nice and girly and pretty and matches the photo, I think. So thanks for watching, everyone, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and a comment. I will be reading all of your comments while I'm up late at night with baby Toomey, and they'll be helping keep me sane. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.